Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to take a look at this book. This is called What's in the Soil by Judy Nair. And this is one of those books that is about things that are real. This is a nonfiction book, a book that tells you something that's real or true. It's not a made-up story. So this book is called What's in the Soil, and soil is another word for dirt. It's the kind of dirt that we use when we're planting things like fruits and vegetables and flowers. So let's find out what the children in this book find in the soil. What's in the soil? We found some roots. We found some rocks. I always find a lot of rocks when I'm doing my planting. Ooh, what did she find right there? We found some bugs. We found some worms. Worms are so good for your garden. I hope that when you're digging in your gardens, you do find some worms, and if you do, remember to put them back. We found some snails. We found some spiders. We found some fun. Looks like they also found some vegetables in there, carrots, just like we planted. Pretty soon I'll move our carrot seeds into the ground because carrots need a lot of space to grow down. And a lot of things grow in the soil or live in the soil. And so I thought we'll take another quick look at this magazine. This is called Science Spin. And this is a fun magazine. It says, "What's down in the dirt? Spring is near." Spring is actually here. "So much is happening in the soil." Well, we know what this is, right? Everybody knows what this is. This is a carrot. And we talked about how the green leafy part grows up top where we see, and this orange part is the root. That's the part that we're going to eat, right? But what else? Does anyone know what this is? This is an animal that spends most of its time underground. Look at how tiny his eyes are. You can barely even see them. He doesn't need his eyes because he lives underground where it's very dark. This is a mole. He has big sharp claws for digging through the dirt. And an earthworm, like we talked about, very important under the soil, very good for your garden. Okay. So this here is called Spring in the Soil. Spring in the Soil. So what it's going to ask you to do is look for, this is kind of like an I Spy, kind of like a hunt. So what I'm going to do is hold it up really close, and then I'll just tell you what it's asking you to look for. It says, find 3 worms in the dirt. They make tunnels. They eat plants and soil as they go. They make, wait, what? They make poop called castings. And worm poop, castings, are really good for soil. Can you believe that? So you're going to look for 3 worms in this picture. Anyone see 3? Oh, that one was hiding back there. 3 worms. Okay. The next thing is find a carrot down in the dirt. Is the root of a carrot plant? Oh, excuse me. It is the root of a carrot plant. When is it ready to pick? Look for the orange part sticking out of the soil. All right. So that one might be an easy one to find. Number 3, find 3 grubs down in the dirt. Grubs are baby beetles. They are safe and warm in the soil. They will leave the soil when they grow up. Most people don't really like grubs. This is the grub in the green box right here. Most people don't really like grubs in their garden because they tend to eat some of the plant's roots. They can be a problem for the garden sometimes, definitely for your lawn. Number 4, find a mole down in the dirt. Moles dig big tunnels. They try to find grubs and worms to eat. They can't see well, so they use their nose to sniff for food. And over here it says, a closer look. Give me 5. The mole has 5 claws on each paw. What do you think it uses them for? Oh, you guys might know that because we talked about it on the front page. So that's kind of like a fun I Spy. There's a few other things on this page that weren't mentioned that you might spy as well. So you guys can spend a few minutes exploring that picture, and that is a nice thing to do. Okay, now I don't have a craft project for you to do with this today. I don't have one planned out, but sometimes what I think is fun is to kind of make a paper like this. If you have some blue paper, you can put it up top and then either cover it or draw some brown down on the bottom so that you have kind of an up above and down below. I don't think I have any brown paper here. I have orange. We could pretend that that's brown. And then you can kind of put things like glue some pictures of worms or draw some pictures of worms, draw some leafy plants or some flowers up top, and kind of challenge yourself. Think about what grows up above and what grows down below. If you guys decide to do that, if you decide to make your own up above and down below pictures, just like this one, I would love to see them. I'd love to see what you guys have out in your soil. And if you get a chance to go out in the garden and do a bit of digging, you can also do a little scavenger hunt, like, can you find a rock? Can you find a worm? Can you find a snail or a spider? Keep track of what you find and let me know, okay, guys? All right, happy gardening. See you tomorrow.